Alrighty, humans, you will be taking your first spiral. And it's just a quiz, so don't freak out. It's just to see where we are. And we will give you some support on it. So, for example, on the quiz, see how it says 2 expressions that represent this pattern? We're only going to ask you for 1. So let's go ahead and not do that. But let's make this a little bigger so I can see it better. And we are being asked to come up with, so an architect has produced designs for various auditoriums. Each design is based on a different number of block sections depending on the size of the auditorium. We have these things. So the first thing I notice, I've got to come up with 2 expressions, but in terms of patterns, first thing I notice, I have 2 blocks each time. So I'm always going to have a +2. And then down the bottom, I have 1 block, and then 4 blocks, and then 9 blocks. And instead of that, if I wanted to think of that as, I have a 1 by 1 block, a 2 by 2 block, and a 3 by 3 block, notice how that matches the design number. So that's going to be, I'll call it n, where n represents the design number, squared. And then at the top, that's a 2 by 1 block, 2 by 1. That's a 2 by 2, and that's a 2 by 3. Oh, notice that it's 2 by n, so I just wrote an expression. So 2n for the piece on top, n squared for the piece on bottom, and then +2. So that's one possibility. Now again, you only need to come up with one. We'll come up with the other one and provide that to you on the quiz. And let me erase all of what I did and come up with another plan. Let's think holistically. So let's look at the whole big thing. So this is 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 by 4. This is 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 by 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 by 6. So that's going to be n plus 1, nope, n plus 2 times n plus 3. So that's the whole big thing. And then I need to take out, so I'm going to need to take out, and you don't have to do a crazy one like this, but I'm just trying to be a little creative here. Each of them has a set of 2's. So take out 2 2's. And then, oh, that's convenient. We have 1, 2, 3 1 by 1's, 3 1 by 1's, 1, 2, 3 2 by 2's, and 1, 2, 3 3 by 3's. So minus 3n, not 3 by 3's and 2 by 2's, 2 by 1's. I paused for a second. 3 by 1's, so n by 1's, so 3n. So those are my 2 expressions. I'll draw a bar down the middle so you separate them. If you came up with those, cool. If you didn't, that's okay. We forgive you. Let's see. Hopefully you can come up with at least one pattern, because that's the goal. Describe a pattern as linear, quadratic, exponential, or none. I'm going to say quadratic, because we have an n squared term that does not disappear or cancel or something like that. If I looked at the total number of blocks in each design, 4, 5, let me get rid of all this stuff again. Alright, so I paused it while I did that. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. There are 8, 9, 10 blocks. And then there are 9, 10, 16, 17 blocks. So you'll notice that's not a linear pattern. This is another way you could, for number 2, you could defend your reasoning. That's not a linear pattern because the first step goes up by 5 and then the second step goes up by 7. That's not linear. And it's not exponential because from 5 to 10 is times 2. 10 times 2 would be 20, etc. So we're not doing an exponential move either. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be quadratic, but going up by 5 and then 7 and then 9, that is going to be quadratic. Algebraically prove. So that means, so on the quiz, you have to come up with one expression. You have to. We'll come up with another one. So now we have to show, basically have to show the thing on the left is the same, on the right is the same as the thing on the left. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply it out. So n plus 2 times n plus 3 is n squared plus 3n plus 2n plus 6. I did that also. And then minus 4 minus 3n. So the 3n's go away, and 6 minus 4 is 2, which equals n squared plus 2n plus 2. So that shows that those are equivalent. Okay, so then use Desmos to show that your expressions are equivalent graphically. Paste your results for both expressions below. So what we want you to do is go to Desmos, which I can't do from this app that I'm in right now, but go to Desmos. So you can Google it or go to like desmos.com. Put one of your expressions, so the 2x plus x squared plus 2, into the first graph. Take a screenshot of that into the first equation. And then you can erase that, and you want to put in the next equation. And you want to do x plus 2, x plus 3, minus, you could do 2 times 2 or just 4, minus 3x. Screenshot the graph for that one to show that they are the same graphically. If you're confused by that, we'll keep working on it. But again, I'm going to repeat it. You go to desmos.com, you put this expression in, well, you click on Graphing Calculator, and then you put this expression in, take a screenshot of that, paste it here. And then delete that expression and put this expression in, take a screenshot of the expression and the graph, both pieces, and paste that there so that you show both of your results and you can see that they are the same. Good luck, my friends.